This is the Ohio AgNet from the Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio. Sponsored by BASF and Certain Corn Herbicide. Unleash residual power early to allow for pre- and post-application to attack weeds at their weakest. I'm Allison Kinney. Now let's take a look at what's making agricultural news. President Donald Trump signed an executive order mobilizing the Defense Production Act to protect domestic production of elemental phosphorus and glyphosate-based herbicides. The order says these two critical inputs are essential to military readiness and America's agricultural strength. The order finds that any interruption of the supply to either of these critical materials could leave the defense industrial base and food supply vulnerable to host foreign actors. Reuters said the order underscores U.S. farmers' critical need to have access to the herbicide. Bayer, the only domestic supplier of glyphosate, produces roughly 40% of the world's supply at its U.S. facilities, and the company added that this move would not lead to shortages in other countries. However, not everyone applauded the move by the White House. The New York Times reported that the move set off immediate alarms among the supporters of the Make America Healthy Again movement. Also making headlines today, the USDA reported that American hatcheries increased placements of eggs and chicks during the week ending on February 14th. Hatcheries set 254 million eggs in incubators during the week, which the agency said is up 2% year over year. The average hatchability, which is the number of chicks hatched by eggs set 3 weeks earlier, was 79%. Broiler placements totaled 196 million chicks for meat, also was a 2% increase.
Get ready to bid on the heavy equipment and vehicles you need in a Ritchie Brothers Midwest Regional event happening March 26th and 27th. Inventory is at Ritchie Brothers locations in Columbus, Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis, Kansas City, and Lincoln, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of excavators, loaders, dump trucks, and truck tractors. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Columbus to sign up. rbauction.com/Columbus.
Now let's take a look at the markets. Brought to you by Seed Consultants, simply better performance. Learn more online at seedconsultants.com. March corn is closing in today up 1 3/4 at 427.5. May corn is up 3.5 at 439 3/4. March soybeans are down 3.5 at 1137.5. May soybeans down 2 3/4 at 1153 1/4. July wheat is up 13 cents at 587.5. And September wheat is up 12.5 at 598 1/4. Thanks for joining us. I'm Allison Kinney, and you're listening to the Ohio AgNet.